You knew Mr. Miyagi?
I did not come looking for Sensei Miyagi. I came looking for you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our big ticket interview for Karate Kid Legends. I'm Perri Nemiroff, and I am beyond honored to be sitting next to Jackie Chan, Ben Wang, and Ralph Macchio. In advance, congratulations on this movie that I'm so excited about. Jackie and Ralph, my first question is for both of you as our returnees here. What was it like not only finding out that you would make another Karate Kid movie, but that you would get to make one together?
Exciting for me. I mean, it's Jackie Chan, a legendary performer, stunt person, actor. Only a few times in your career you get to brush with greatness. So I was excited with that opportunity, and also excited to pay the legacy forward of what I've brought to this, what the great Pat Morita has brought to this franchise, and honor that and respect that. So that was exciting to me.
For me, it's like a very strange moment. When I was young, I was a stuntman before. Then I watched Karate Kid Part 1 and Part 2. Yeah, because as a martial artist, we always like to see this kind of movie. I said, wow, Karate Kid, you know, what is the
wax on, sand the floor, and all that.
Somehow, all those years later, suddenly Will Smith called. I do the Karate Kid 1. Then I said, wow, but and that time I'm not young anymore. Okay, I'm becoming a teacher, like Miyagi.
Yes.
Like a Miyagi. Then because the first one success, then they tell me to the part 2. I said, I don't think there's a part 2 of Jaden growing up. You know, how can you have a part 2? Then after they show me the story, I said, wow, with him and Miyagi. And okay, I said, wow, that's a challenge for me. And also, I remember Karate Kid premiere. You come with your son.
Yes.
Your son was like 14.
Yes.
It just cannot. Sometimes you just like a 缘分, like a fame.
Kismet.
Yeah. You just know somehow why this everything together. Now we united for like a whole family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Beautiful way to put it. All right, Ben, coming your way now. Okay. This is a big deal that you have this role here. I had heard somewhere that it was something like 10,000 actors who auditioned for this role. So It was making me wonder, what did you strive to do to make yourself stand out during such a high-pressure audition?
I wasn't even in the US when I got that tape. I was visiting my mom in China, and she teaches at this kindergarten out in Henan province, like in the countryside. So I was at her school, and they were like, dude, we need you to do some karate on film. So the tape that I sent in, which I hope that they never release, I'm literally like throwing kicks in a cornfield. There's like farmers on mopeds pulling up behind me. So I guess maybe there's that cultural authenticity. Maybe that helped.
I love how you're like, I don't want people to say, got you this role. I have to imagine what you did then is so impressive, especially given what I've already seen you do in this trailer, which an exceptional trailer. So obviously you're sitting between two legends right now. When you work with legends, it comes with some expectations. So I'm curious, what is something that Ralph and Jackie did on this set that surprised you or exceeded those high expectations?
Well, nothing surprised me because they're exactly the people that I assumed that they would be. They're really good at what they do, and there's a reason that they are where they are, which is, you know, they know what they're doing. And they're good at what they do, and for me, it was very nice to be able to just be there and see how they work, and see how they are as people, and how they treat others on set. Yeah.
Is there anything you saw one of them do that you have decided to back pocket and maybe apply to a future film of yours?
Yeah, whenever things aren't moving fast enough, Jackie Chan just shouts ding ding, and then everybody sort of gets into a tizzy and starts bumping into each other like Keystone Cops, and then we get the shot rolling in like 2 minutes. So hopefully one day I'll have enough clout to ding ding a set myself.
Yeah. I saw a little bit of that before, and I'm like, I gotta start using that when I need things to get moved, but I'll do it and no one will listen to me. Right. Let's get into some of the fights in this movie now. Jackie, I'll ask you my first question here. Yes. Is there anything about the fights in Karate Kid Legends that is one of a kind, even though you've had so much experience? Something you've done here that kind of feels like a first?
This kind of movie is very difficult. It's not like superhero You can do all kind of different. You know, we cannot do. We have the real person. How high you can fly, how high you can jump, but we just do the normal human being cannot do those kind of action. We try so many, like the stunt team, they try, the stunt coordinator, they try to do 60 without touch the ground to the another 360. That's not the normal people can do it. We try to do the real things old school. It's not use a technology, blue background, wire. And that time, I doubt he can do it. I just, he really can do it.
I mean, I also doubted that if I can do it.
But everybody can do it if you into it, train every day. Everybody can do it. Just are you willing to get up 6 o'clock in the morning, train 5 hours, rest 1 hour, and train another 5 hours? Everybody can do it. But after he do it, I just so surprised. Yes, you deserve this character.
Yeah, I mean the dedication across the board throughout the production, and from the three of us, it's paramount. We care. Anytime I've played this part in 41 years, it's 'cause I care about the authenticity, the dedication, and that's just trickled down. Jackie has that. That's innately who he is, and Ben has just, you know, that was just it going in on day one. And so that's what raises the bar of this stuff, and it is not just all, like Jackie says, all special effects and CGI, and it's trying to be authentic to the martial arts and propel the story forward. So with that takes a great deal of energy, work, but then at the end of it, pride.
I have so many follow-up questions. Ben, for you briefly, can you tease something that you do in this movie that might make someone out there think that's no way that's really him doing it, but it is a stunt or a fight move that you have pulled off?
I mean, I get hit a lot in this movie, in the stomach, in the head, in the thigh. It
comes with the job.
Yeah, exactly. We had some really great stuntmen and stunt doubles working on this film too. So, but I always assumed coming into this kind of movie that, you know, as an actor, your job was to like throw the punches, and then the stuntmen would like go in if you need to take. Turns out, actually, no. What they really need you for is when they hit you in the stomach, so they can pan up to your face, and you're going, ooh! So I took a lot of hits. Sometimes
making the hits, like when you're taking the hits, making that believable is more challenging than when you're actually landing
It's
them.
very easy when they're hitting you pretty hard, actually.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna rewire my brain now and think about that. To build on the fight style here, Jackie and Ralph, for both of you, can you maybe tease how the fight style we see in this movie will reflect what you have done in past films, but also evolve given it's the two of you coming together?
Well, it was important, the two fighting styles, the Kung Fu and the Karate, that they are distinctive in their ways. So I've come up through the Karate Kid franchise and the original films in the Cobra Kai series with the classic Okinawan Goju-Ryu style, which is different. So it was important for us to find those beats in the training and in the tutoring of Ben, that each side you'd see the language, the physical language, even though fighting is fighting, but it's not only that. And so hopefully that comes through in a way that's entertaining and informative for everyone.
For me, I've been training for all my life. Northern style, Southern style, I learned Karate, Hapkido, Judo, all kinds of things. For me, I think it's all same. Punch, see? Karate punch, Hapkido punch, Chinese martial art punch, Kung Fu punch, every punch, but you just, the title different. Just a little bit, the style different, but basically all same. Yeah, just we combine Karate and martial art together to teach him. Then he becoming like a Chinese food, like a chop suey. What? Chop suey.
Chop suey, sure.
Everything. But these days, you cannot just use one kind of style to make movie. You have the like a gymnastic, parkour, and judo, karate, combined, then becoming a good, great action movie.
It's so true. Cobra Kai has taught me you need to unite the styles to be a well-rounded fighter in body and mind. Ralph, I wanted to ask you a couple questions about your journey with this character overall. One particular one I was really curious about is your experience bringing this character back to the East Coast. So I'm kind of curious about that from the character perspective and then the franchise as well. So for Daniel, what does it mean to him to be a Jersey kid that is finally going back to the East Coast?
That's an interesting question. Yeah, you know, listen, I never let the Jersey leave LaRusso, even in the San Fernando Valley. You know, he has that kind of East Coast bravado that was designed when I did the first movie, and a kind of the kid who wouldn't leave well enough alone and got himself in trouble because he stood for his beliefs, and that's what made it entertainment. And he had no business winning anything. And then, you know, it snowballed into who this character is. And over this time as an adult, I think coming back to New York, you know, it being, I mean, that's one of the exciting things about this film is it's an urban landscape, and it's my city, you know, Ralph's city, if you will, because I've been a New Yorker my whole life. Having that backdrop, I mean, The Karate Kid, both the films, whether it's the 2010 remake or the films that I did back in the 80s, they never really had a urban landscape, you know, and so it's kind of nice to see this story with another backdrop. And, you know, LaRusso fits right in when he gets back to New York.
Can you give us an example of a new layer that urban backdrop brings to this franchise? Something new it's kind of brought out of it that maybe you didn't see coming?
I will say, listen, I have to catch up to seeing the full movie, so I'm not privileged enough yet, only that I hear it's as good as we want it to be. But cinematically, that's exciting to me. You know, the New York skyline, the New York subway, the streets, you know, that kind of energy, that being infused into Karate Kid's story is exciting. As
a New Yorker myself, seeing all that happen in the trailer has already made me very excited.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Here's a question that I don't know if any of you will be able to answer, but it's a burning question, because as much as I'm excited that this movie focuses on the three of you, I am extremely curious about what the villain of this movie is going to be. So can you tease what we're up against? Is it let's say like a bully? Is it a warring dojo, or something completely different?
They bully him. Also a good kid. You need to teach them to how to becoming a use of martial art. Martial art, just like when I young in the school, the teacher always teach me, martial art is a protect. It's not attack. You know, if somebody attack you, you just protect yourself. Also, it's a lot of young children, they're learning martial art, learning kung fu or karate. They want to try, it's wrong. In the school, from the beginning, you have to teach him martial art for you. It's like exercise, like a gymnastic. It's just like 强身健体，不是拿来打架的。
Yeah, a strong body and good martial arts is not for fighting.
Yeah. Right. Well, that's innately driven from back in 1984. You know, why do I learn why do you teach me how to fight? So you know how not to fight, how to get out of a defense, you know, is
there's that famous
first
line,
and foremost.
There's that famous line is that there's no such thing as a good student, as a bad student, only a bad teacher. Aramis Knight plays the bad guy in this. The head bully, I guess I'll call him. He's like sort of the guy that hounds me from my first day in New York.
And he has a really crappy bad teacher, which is you know, that's inbred into this franchise, you know, because it drives home that same thing. No such thing as bad student, only bad teacher.
I was going to say before, what a beautiful way of answering that question without revealing anything. But that last little detail, that's it. That's a lot to think about. I'll take that. I won't be too greedy here. I am out of time with you, though, sadly. But I know we're going to get to talk about this movie a whole lot in the coming weeks and months. I'm going to say huge congratulations in advance on Karate Kid Legends. To everybody out there, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to see the movie in theaters on May 30th. Tickets are on sale on Fandango right now.